Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks, and some pointers that will help you to prepare for CSIR NET exam. Now I'm very sure most of you will agree with me that CSIR exam, qualifying CSIR exam is like winning a war. And in war, just having the skill of fighting is not enough. You also should have the strategy, the right strategy. So today I'm going to tell you how to prepare, making a proper solid strategy that will help you in qualifying CSIR exam. And not only that, these strategies or these tips will be extremely helpful for those students who are starting the preparation process now. Okay, so let's get started here. So the entire CSIR NET preparation can be confined into 5 key steps. Okay. Now, what are they? First one definitely is understanding the exam pattern. Now, you should know that there is there is negative marking for every wrong answer. Then in every section, there are 3 sections that it has. Section A for general aptitude, section B for fact-based or direct questions, and then section C, which has the analytical type of questions. Now, each of these section has some questions, and each of them has a different scoring scheme. Right. So I'm not going to go into the very detail of it. Definitely you can look for Biotechnica's other videos where we have explained the exam CSIR exam pattern. So please go through it. Okay, and you will understand the pattern of the exam. Now, once you have understood the exam pattern, what will be the next step? Next step is understanding the syllabus. Okay, in fact, when I was preparing for my NET exam, so that is the tip that I got from my mentors. Okay, that first of all, download the syllabus. And do not just keep it in the soft copy in your laptop or phone. The best thing is you print it out, okay, so that you can have a hard copy, you can have it on your hand, you can see through it, you can mark which portions are done, you can mark which portions you need to do more, okay. So you can write on it, and that will make you more focused towards the syllabus. Now, when we see the syllabus of CSIR NET Life Sciences, so it is divided into 13 units. 1 to 13. So there are 13 units which is there, okay, and these units are of biochemistry, cell biology, molecular biology, recombinant DNA technology, the various techniques, inheritance biology, ecology, so everything. So basically every single subject of life sciences that you have studied from, I will say +2 to graduations to post graduation, everything is covered in the syllabus. Okay. Now, again, there is another video of Biotechnica which will help you in understanding the syllabus, and there I have broken down the syllabus into the most important topics, the not so important topics, and the least important topics. Okay, so this is also one very important strategy for the beginners, that do not think you have to prepare all 13 units and all topics given in all these 13 units. So if you try to do that, then that's a massive job, and you will not be able to complete it in 6 months, okay, and definitely you will not be able to complete it in 1 year also, okay. So it is important to find out which are the topics that you cannot leave behind, and which are the topics which you can completely leave and you don't even have to go through them. Okay, so please watch that video in which I have broken down the CSIR NET syllabus. That will help you in understanding the syllabus. Now you have understood the exam pattern, you have understood the syllabus. Next thing that you have to do is create a plan. Just 1 second. Yeah. So when I'm saying creating a plan, so I'll tell you how to create a plan here. Okay. So for plan, I will suggest that you divide your day into 3 slots. One will be most productive slot. So one will be most productive, one will be moderately productive, and the other one will be the least productive slot. Okay, now I'm not giving you, so basically here when you are setting up a plan, okay, or a routine, so you are, in other words, you are setting up your timetable. Okay. So I'm not saying that you study only in the morning or you study only in the evening, although research shows that when you study in the morning, you remember it for a longer time, you have fresh mind, you have lesser disturbances at that time. Okay, but I have seen that for some people, the night time works again, which is quiet and lesser disturbances and all. So whichever time suits you. Okay, so here you don't have to stick to a common formula, you have to customize the formula to a situation which suits you the best. So you divide the day into three different time slots: the time when you are most productive, the time you are moderately productive and little distracted maybe, or the time when you are least productive. Okay, so this is the time when you are, maybe you are feeling sleepy, you usually feel sleepy at that time, or it is the time when you feel very lazy. Okay, so that is how you will divide. Now, what you will do in those times? So the time which you have identified as the most productive time, use it to study the new concepts. Okay, use it for studying the new concepts, writing down your own notes. Okay, understanding the concept. You can also make your mind maps and everything. So so notes and mind maps when you create, so that is not only helping you in reading it, but later it will help you in revision also. So it's important. Second is the moderately productive time. Now this time you can use for doing revisions. Okay, now remember a big mistake that students do, okay, when they are preparing for any competitive exam, but yes, definitely for CSIR NET, is that they don't give enough weightage to revision. They think that understanding and learning new concepts are important, so they keep always revision in the back seat. But remember, if you do not revise, that is going to be your deciding factor, and you will not be able to recall anything, even though you will feel that I have studied everything for last 6 months, but at the time of exam you will not be able to recall anything if you do not do proper revision. Okay, so every day keep slot for revision. So moderately productive time, use it for revision and for solving the part C type questions, especially because part C is the area in the question paper which is most scoring. Now what you can do in the least productive time? So least productive time, now many students, being life science student, they run away from aptitude, they run away from maths, and they skip completely part A. So least productive time, please do not do that. Least productive time, use it to practice part A questions. Okay, develop or put it in your timetable so that every day you use at least 1 hour to 1.5 hours for practicing part A questions. Okay, and also the least productive time you can use by browsing internet. Okay, now browsing internet does not mean that you just watch some random videos in YouTube or you watch reels. Okay, what I mean here is that in YouTube there are a lot of contents. Okay, there are a lot of animations related to life science subject. So use that least productive time when you are lazy and sleepy, so you can just use that time to watch subject related animations. So when you are watching this animation, so back of the mind, you are not only understanding the process better, but at the same time you will be able to recall those things better as well, because when we study with visual and textual things, so that get registered in our brain for deeper also, and it stays in the brain for longer time. Okay, so this is how you have to set up your timetable. The next step for preparation is gathering the correct study material. Now, when I'm talking about gathering the correct study or collect study material, now nowadays what happens is lot of study material is available on internet. Okay, and it is free. So lot of study material is also present in YouTube. There are a lot of teachers, lot of influencers who are constantly posting topics and teaching different topics of the CSIR NET syllabus. Okay, but you have to understand that quality also matters here. Okay, just getting the topic is not enough. So most of these videos when you watch, okay, you will see that they are just creating a propaganda. They are barely giving you the solid information. Maybe they are just touching the surface of the topic, okay, just giving you a very superficial information, but they are not giving you the in-depth knowledge. Now in-depth knowledge is definitely very much important, especially for clearing CSIR NET Life Science. Okay, so yes, lot of material is there in internet, in YouTube, but at the same time you have to decide how good is that material. Okay, so you go through that process, you browse through that along with reference to the standard reference books, or referring to your college notes. Okay, the professors that have given professors who have given you the notes of the proper subject of that particular topic. So collect all the study material and then you start your preparation. Okay, now in that process, okay, till here, if you feel that you cannot do that everything on your own and you need help, you need a guiding hand, so then identify and take help. There is no shame in asking for help when it is needed. Okay, so when you, if you feel that you cannot do that alone, definitely we are here, Biotechnica is here for your help. Please take help, and that will do what? That will keep your mental peace. Okay, that will give you the proper support, the proper guide, and that will help you in qualify the CSIR exam in another 6 months for sure. Okay, so these are the 5 key steps. Now, one very important thing that you have to remember, that only knowledge is not sufficient. I told you many times, students just they think that only gathering knowledge is important. Read. Okay, but they forget to revise, and another thing is they forget to apply that knowledge. Okay, so focus on its application as well. Now, how do we apply the knowledge? One best way of doing it is by solving questions. Okay, solve questions every single day of the topic that you have studied today, or of the topics that you have studied last week. So that will keep your revision process continuous. Okay, you will continuously, you will be revising and you will be solving. So you will be applying your knowledge to see how good are you in solving the question, because ultimately, like, see, you have to understand that the university exams and CSIR level exam are very different. Okay, in university you can just read and subjective kind of answers you have to give, and that will be easy for you. But when you are talking about CSIR NET exam, so there are many steps here. First, you have to understand the question. There will be many analytical questions. You have to analyze it. So all those things becomes important, and these things like understanding the language, understanding what is given in the question, understanding what is asked in the question. Okay, so that is very important. So solving question is extremely important for preparing CSIR exam properly. Now, just solving question again will not do. You have to go one more step where you have to analyze your performance. Okay, see how many questions you have got wrong, see and how much time you have solved the questions. Okay, analyze how many negative marks you have got. Okay, how many marks you have lost in negative marking. So when you analyze your performance, then you will be able to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so over the course of this 6 months, your only target will be to plug your weaknesses and strengthen your strengths. All right, now what should be your target then? Okay, so when you are preparing CSIR NET exam, okay, so your target should be 6 to 7 hours of study. Now see, I am giving you this target considering that you have taken a gap and your sole purpose is to prepare for CSIR NET exam. Now at the same time, I know there are many aspirants who work and prepare CSIR exam on the side. So for them, you have to find out the maximum time slot that you can devote for your study. Okay, if you have offs, if you have week offs, please use them for your study. If you have within the job only, in the job also, if you get any free time, you do your study. Okay, so always carry your study material, always carry your notes with you, so that wherever you get time, so if you have a long travel for job, so during the travel you study. Okay, so these are the small pockets from your daily life that you have to identify where you have to study. Okay, so if you are not able to do that, then my friend, clearing CSIR exam will be difficult. Okay, so if you are devoted and motivated to clear CSIR exam, so this small pockets also you have to find out where you can focus and study. Okay, now those of you who are only solely preparing for CSIR exam, so 6 to 7 hours of study is important starting from February. If you're starting from February and suppose the exam is in end of June, so this should be your target. Okay, the later you study, the more hours of study you have to put in. Now in those 6 to 7 hours, what you should do: 4 hours time, study new things and make notes. 2 hours every single day devote for revision and question practice. And 1 hour of general aptitude you should do every single day. See, when you do general aptitude for 1 hour, it will break your monotony also. Like you have studied a lot of life science, so this will break your monotony and it will refresh you as well. Okay. And next thing should be that always set daily and weekly targets. Okay, and when you are setting a target, right, so always reward yourself when you achieve those targets. Okay, so so when you keep rewarding yourself. Okay, so rewarding does not mean that buy an expensive thing or go 3 hours out for a movie, not like that, but small rewards. Okay, like maybe a ice cream treat, or maybe half an hour of TV. Okay, or maybe half an hour of playing games if you are addicted to games. Okay, so keep small targets, daily and weekly targets, and when you achieve those targets, then give yourself some reward. So when you are giving yourself some reward for achieving targets, so that will stay in your back of the mind and that will constantly keep on motivating you in achieving the targets. Okay, now one more thing I would like to say, that CSIR exam is a long plan, right? So there is 6 months here. Now do not overestimate yourself. Do not think that for every single day in 6 months you will study for 6 to 7 hours. I know that's the ideal situation that we all wish to happen, but that is not going to happen. So be realistic about it. Okay, so within this 6 months, you will have birthday parties, you will have family functions, okay, which you cannot avoid completely. You might need a break and go for some short vacations also. Okay, so do not overestimate yourself and keep or reserve time for these non-academic activities. All right, so when you keep time for these non-academic activities in your routine itself, then it will not create a backlog. Okay, otherwise what will happen, that if you have not kept time, you have overestimated yourself, but ultimately you are going for this non-academic activities. So in short, what is happening, that whatever you had you planned to achieve in those hours, so that is now backlogged, you have not achieved it. Okay, so so when you're creating your routine, so reserve time for the non-academic activities. 1 or 2 days or here and there, or few hours lesser study here and there will not harm, provided you come back to your study routine back immediately. Okay, so this is how your target should be. Now, what are the other tips that you can follow for preparation? First is spaced revision. Okay, so continuous and spaced revision, and you can to know more about the spaced revision. Again, there are videos in internet from Biotechnica also where you can learn about how to do this spaced revision. That is an excellent tip for continuous revision. Is like, if there is a small job which you think can be done in 5 to 10 minutes, so finish it then and there. Okay, do not procrastinate it, and after you are done with it, then you start and focus on your study. The another thing is stop multitasking. Multitasking is very, very evil. Okay, stop multitasking and focus only at one time at one job. Set small goals, small achievable goals. Again, do not overestimate yourself. Set achievable, realistic goals and always reward yourself when you achieve those goals. And share what you have learned, which is a technique called as active recall. So you can create a group of friends who all are preparing CSIR NET, and you people can take turn in teaching a topic every day. Okay, so when you are teaching somebody, so you are recalling the thing and also you are making the thing simpler so that the other people understand. Okay, so that is an excellent way of studying the topics, especially the complex topics. Okay, so you can create a support group with your fellow aspirants and teach them, learn from them, and that will be excellent for your preparation. Last but never the least, stay motivated. It's very easy to lose motivation in matter of 6 months, but do not lose motivation. You have to stay motivated, and definitely when you are in self-doubt, okay, so that might creep in sometimes, okay, especially in the middle of the journey. So that time, always recall why you started this journey, why you thought that you will prepare for CSIR NET. What are the prospects of getting great job, great career after clearing the exam? Okay, that will keep you focused and motivated. And next thing is take care. Never ever underestimate your physical and mental health. Take care of it. Do proper exercises, have proper hydration, eat healthy food, and follow a healthy lifestyle. When you are healthy, you will give your 100% to the preparation, and that will definitely make you succeed. Remember, your future depends on what you do today. So start your preparation from today, and I really hope all these strategies and tips will help you in preparing the exam and qualifying the exam successfully. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Have a great day.